Hi guys, today we are talking workwear. I'm just gonna powder my face a little bit because it's giving shiny. I'm using a Pixie, I think it's just a blotting powder, translucent powder. Guys, this is one of my favorite beauty products ever. I carry it everywhere with me because it literally just blots out the oil on my face very well. But let's do that quickly and we'll get into the video, guys. This video is about how you can make your workwear a little more interesting. If you don't know, I'm a corporate girly, 9 to 5 girly. Before lockdown, I was in the office 5 days a week. My wardrobe, I would say, is 85% or even 90% clothes that are appropriate for work. Now, in the environments that I work, I don't have to be super smart. Like, I don't go to work in suit every day of the week. But then I've tried to find a balance, or I've tried to find a midpoint where I can still express myself with my style that makes it very appropriate for work. I personally feel like gone are those days that, you know, you just have to be super smart for work. I think a lot of companies do like that smart casual, but then it's up to you how you choose to express yourself. I know some people would say like the office isn't that fun for me to want to get dressed up to go to, or you know, it's just boring getting dressed to go to the office, etc. But because it's what I do a lot of the time, like I work and I go to work as well, I just feel like I need to be able to express myself my best way, at least majority of the time. You know, I don't reserve my good looks for night outs because I hardly do any of those kind of stuff. I don't reserve my very nice clothes for, you know, extracurricular activities because that's only like 10% of my time. So, and I like to get dressed, I like to look good, and I think it's just finding a place where you get dressed for yourself rather than for other people. I think that's the motivation that I have actually when I get dressed in the morning. I'm doing it for me more than other people who would see me. There's just something about the art of being able to be your best self whatever the occasion is, like, you know, look visually like your best self whatever the occasion. I'm gonna leave my house and I want to be in a mood. It's just part of a process, guys. You know, getting dressed, getting ready, it gets me ready for the day. It's a confidence booster. It just does all the good stuff for me. So I'm very pro look your best for yourself and then for others. Also, in saying that as well, when I buy clothes, I consciously buy clothes that are appropriate for me to wear to work. I would say my style is quite conservative, and that reflects on, again, what's functionality and what 90% of my activity consists of. So, and I think it's just very crucial. I don't want to buy clothes in my wardrobe that I can't wear. You know, it's just no point. So that's the whole reason why I thought to do this. This is essentially what I do, what I wear. A lot of my clothes are catered to go into the office. This is just me. This is my lifestyle almost. And I thought I'd share that with you. But before we get into it, guys, if you are new on my channel, my name is Banke. On here, I talk mostly about fashion, bits and bobs of beauty, a touch of lifestyle, and anything in between because we are multifaceted over here. And if you are returning, hey, welcome back to my channel. As we do, guys, I start with what I'm wearing today. I'm actually going to start with my outfit. I'm wearing this vest from COS. It's oversized, it's long, it's just easy to wear. I also featured it in the video, so you will see how I have styled it in the video. I'm wearing like black trousers that I also styled in this video that you would see. But let's get to the jewelry. The outfits that I put together in this video featured basically this jewelry that I'm wearing, and they're from my jewelry brand When It Could Be. I find that even in real life, these earrings, they are probably one of my most worn earrings. I find them very versatile and I wear them to work a lot. I feel like they give a sort of elevated vibe. I have it in gold and in silver, and you'd also see the silver in this video. The necklace, same for the necklaces. Here I have layered. I feel like these are the tiny or small little things that you put together if you don't want to do too much of your jewelry, that you can just put together, wear constantly, outwear it, and it would always serve you. So I'm going to leave the link to the earrings and this necklace for you guys. Honestly, everyone who asked me, like, if you were to recommend something for the office in terms of jewelry, I always point at these ones for someone who is slightly more bolder, not so scared of, you know, just not too scared to express themselves. And this necklace, because they're just beautiful, they work dress up, dress down, whatever you want to do. And there's another pair of earrings that I kind of recommend all the time, but those are more minimal if you're more pared back, or if your style is a little bit more pared back. They're the ones I would recommend. But anyway, for this video, this I think represents me a bit more, but have a nosy on the website. I'll leave the link in the description box below, and a discount code for you guys as well if you're interested in jewelry for your workwear. So if this is a topic that you find particularly interesting, please leave a comment and let me know. Also, if you have workwear related dilemmas, I would love to hear that. So kind of start thinking about them even before you watch this video, and just let me know in the description, in the comment section, some of the things that I think about when I'm getting dressed for work. I will try as much as possible to convey them in this video, so that maybe some of your questions would already be answered. And in saying that, oh my god, let's get into this video. So the first look that I'm actually going to show you guys is something that I want to say, this is just such a basic look. Everyone, or I think a lot of people who work in that sort of environment would have like just a simple basic roll neck top. And I'd like to say this: people sleep a lot on the tailored maxi skirt. It's one of the pieces that I just enjoy wearing a lot. I think it makes me feel feminine. It makes me feel like, you know, femme fatale almost. Very feminine, very powerful, very sexy at the same time, especially when it's like an all black look like this. I'll insert a quick picture where I've actually worn that with another top, but I genuinely enjoy wearing a black tailored maxi skirt as much as I enjoy the trouser counterparts. Now in general, before I actually even get into it, you're not going to really see any suits in here, because I think that's just, I don't know, it's just, that would be the expectations, right? But really, how do I say this without sounding like, for me, when I see people style suits and they think, oh, this is office wear, for me I think it's just such an old script. Also a little bit pretentious. The only time I would really wear a suit to work is if I know that I have like a very big meeting with like executives, etc. But then even when I wear a suit, I'll probably wear like a jumper underneath rather than a shirt, but the whole shirt and suit type of situation. Anyway, we'll talk about this more in this video, but I just want you to kind of understand that these are things that you can do to actually make your outfit more interesting, rather than the very obvious things that you'll be looking for. So hang in there. Oh my god, I'm talking a lot already. So this first look, like I said, I rely a lot on all black looks in general, like in real life. So for this look, there's two options. There's a black belt and there is a printed belt. Now the obvious for you guys would be the black belt, because we want an all black look, but don't forget that we are looking for things that would essentially make this outfit a little bit more interesting. So for this look, I would actually go for the zebra print belt. I will come back to the black belts shortly. But I think this kind of just defines the outfit a little bit. So rather than it just looking like a black dress, I think this kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? This just gives a little bit of, what's the word, guys? I'll use the simplest word that comes to my head. It kind of divides the outfit into top and bottom. Let's make it simple. I essentially want it to look like a top and a skirt rather than a dress. And then for autumn, because I want it to be very season relevant, because we're going for an all black look, I have an option to wear a blazer or this cardigan. Now this is the thing, a lot of the pieces in my wardrobe, it's not like a no-no, right? So I'll show you both of them with the same outfit and how I kind of just would make each look interesting. Already with this one, the belt adds a point of interest. Go for a cropped blazer. I like this cropped blazer because instantly it gives dimension. It makes the outfit, it takes the outfit from say 5/10 to almost a 9 on its own, because it adds interest. This just makes the outfit a lot less boring. I mean, when you're in the office, you don't necessarily have to keep the blazer on. It kind of the look kind of takes inspiration from your classic, but then amps it up a little bit intentionally for what we're trying to do. We're trying not to be basic. And then for the shoe option, yeah, these are the two type of shoes, or these are the type of shoes I typically wear to work. I enjoy wearing ankle boots this time of the year. Actually, it's not quite the time yet, but a slingback is my jam. I've been wearing these slingbacks a lot. I think I need to also get them in a pointy version. I like the squirt toe because it's quite different, and it works a lot with a lot of outfits as well. But I think a pointy toe sometimes delivers a kind of like, it's more femme fatale when you wear like pointy shoes, you know what I mean. I like the slingbacks with this because you can see a little bit of skin and it's not just all covered up. I also tend to pull up my sleeves a lot when I'm wearing like a full turtleneck, full sleeve stuff, because I do want to have a little bit of skin somewhere, otherwise it looks a little bit stuffy. I don't like a stuffy look. I really don't like a stuffy look. So let's take the blazer off and the belt off, and let's just rewind again and bring back the cardigan. I love a simple black cardi. I mean, we're not like super cold yet, so you can get away with a cardigan this time of the year. So what I'll do with this cardigan, let's pull up the sleeves, And what I'll do with this is just button it down to like a good place, and then let's bring in a scarf. Now I want to bring in print to the look because I think it's one of the things, I always say this, if you're wearing like a plain color or plain canvas, one of the ways you can make it look more interesting is with prints or colors. I love leopard print, so I'm bringing in my Dior scarf for this look. And what I'll have it more like a collar, like a lapel that just goes down, and then I will nip it with a belt. Now essentially, if you sometimes work in a nippy office, you'd know that you need like a jumper or something on all the time. You can either take off if it's not too cold, you can take off the cardigan and just leave the scarf with the belt. It's still gonna look very nice, and I like how it's just come together, as you guys can see. So we've been consistent with the jewelry, so it's gold, the same earrings that I'm wearing. It's just very complimentary. It looks professional. You look like you know what you're doing without trying too hard, and this whole ensemble just gives that. Just a disclaimer, guys, I am wearing insert shoulder pads, so a lot of the looks that you would see with the shoulders, I love a shoulder pad. You guys know this already, but that's not to say that you can't do this look without the strong shoulders. Before I go into the next look, guys, I'm wearing red lipstick because this time of the year I think I kind of try, or kind of gradually start immersing myself into like the whole festive mood, and for me just red lipstick just does that. So throughout November and December I tend to wear red lipstick all the time. We're getting into that energy, right? So the next look I'm going to do again with a roll neck top and a pair of jeans. Now this is another outfit formula for me that I wear a lot, and luckily I work in an environment that I can also wear jeans to, but then whenever I wear jeans I still try to make it smart, so I would never wear ripped jeans. You're not going to find ripped jeans in my wardrobe because it's not something I would wear to work, and to be honest I'm not a big fan of ripped jeans, full stop. Sort of smattish jeans, perfect for work. I think it's always good to have at least that one pair of jeans that you can literally wear to work day in day out and do stuff with, especially if you can wear jeans to your office. So for this look I just want to show you like it's more of a smart casual type of look, and I think this look is just not just, you know, solely for the office. You can get away with this if you just want to look smart casual whenever. So I've gone for a brown belt. At the moment, for this weather, for the season, there's just something about brown that I'm enjoying, and I've just gone for a heritage blazer. Now this blazer has been working so hard for me this season. I'm gonna pop up some pictures of me wearing them to the office. I usually do like this elevator selfie thing that I do, and I think I've just worn it one too many times. And the other day I was like, oh my god, everyone is gonna see literally like the same outerwear on me all the time when I share these pictures. I'm either wearing this or I'm wearing like a long trench coat. And I'm gonna try this look on with two types of shoes. So with black shoe, which kind of complements the top, and with brown shoe, which picks on the brown of the belt. Sometimes I don't really like to do the whole matchy thing, but visually sometimes it's just whatever works visually sometimes just works visually. So this is the look with the brown, which I absolutely love. I think everything ties in beautifully. I don't know what you guys think. I like the brown. Let me know what you prefer, the brown or the black. This is the black. I think the black is also very nice. I mean, black shoes, you can't really go wrong with black shoes, to be honest. And again, I wanted to do jeans with the shirts, you know, for the people who think, you know, shirts is the most appropriate thing to wear to the office. Now again, I have nothing against it. I love wearing shirts. I have a lot of shirts in my wardrobe. Usually when I wear shirts as well, casual, I like to wear it with jeans rather than tailored trousers, just so that it doesn't look too contrived. Pulling out my favorite blue poplin shirts, guys. You guys saw this shirt a lot in the summer. We're bringing it back again this autumn. I love the blue shirts with blue jeans. I probably styled it as well like this in the summer. Whenever I wear shirts or whenever I go into the office, I am a tuck-in type of girl. I think it looks smarter visually when you tuck your outfits in. I think tucking your outfits also makes the whole look more intentional. Sometimes I would leave my shirt out if I'm not going in the office, but I think for me in general, like whatever top I wear, I'm so used to just tucking in because that's what I do when I go in the office. So that tucking look is a look that stuck with me. As I said, you guys are gonna see this jewelry together. I feel like pairing or intentionally wearing your jewelry like this, again, double necklace of the same kind, that is so intentional. Just takes this to a slightly more elevated level rather than just any random necklaces stacked together. So these are the kind of things that I mean when I talk about intention and being intentional about what you do. Getting dressed should be effortless but intentional, and there's a line between that, being effortless and being intentional. Effortlessness sometimes comes from the pieces that you buy, and I mean I can go into that, or my definition of that. When you buy really good pieces, it just makes it easy to put them together, and that's when the effortlessness comes in them. So you've got the right things so that you don't have to think too much when you get dressed, and everything just works. And then we're going to go for a blazer. Now this blazer is one of those things that you could choose to wear while you're in the office, or you can take off, so it's just going to be your shirt and your jeans depending on the vibe. But I wanted to bring in suede as well because it's relevant for the season. It's kind of trending, and this is one of the ways that I would, bear with me, and this is one of the ways I would wear like my suede blazer. I will finish the look off with printed shoes. Just goes back to the formula. Whenever I wear like plain stuff, because a lot of my clothes are very plain, bringing in color or prints just adds a bit of more interest. Now these Gucci shoes, I think this is like my third year wearing them. I wear them a lot, and this is what I mean. I feel like they were trendy, but with me, when I like something, I really like something, and I don't care if it's loud luxury or quiet luxury or whatever you want to box you want to put it in. If I like it, I wear it, and I think I probably would have won my money's worth out of this shoe because I just wear them a lot. The brown tones are not too matchy, but at the same time visually it just works really well together. Now I'll leave the shirt on for a look that probably wouldn't gravitate towards doing, but I would do. If I do this next look, it's probably because I really want to feel like the office type, you know. It's going to be with the shirt and tailored trousers. Like I said, I necessarily don't do like suiting, but this would be a look adapted from suiting, you know, wearing like a shirt with a suit. So this is where if you had like a full brown suit, this would work. I would ideally have loved to do this look with an Oxford shirt rather than oversized shirts, because an Oxford shirt is well tailored and it just fits nicely or better underneath a suit. But now where the interest comes in for me is not wearing it as a suit, but having different types of tailoring in. So I will bring in a navy blazer. It's just a straight blazer. I love navy and blue together, and I also love navy and brown together. The three colors just marry up well together. This is actually something I would wear if I had like maybe like management's meeting or something like that. I don't want to go in like a full suit, you know. I could do this for management's meeting. I could do this if I maybe was interviewing people. So these are intentional smart looks that I would do when I know that I kind of need to be super smart rather than smart casual. So rather than wearing like a full suit, this is what I'll do. I could use a scarf as a tie. Rather than just leaving it as it is, we are going to belt it up because we still want to feel feminine. Now I've gone with a brown belt with a silver buckle. I could do with a different type of belt, but let's play with what I have at the moment, which I actually think doesn't look too bad. In my environment, I can get away with this. You guys would see I've gone for the silver version of the same earrings, again, because it works perfectly all the time. I've gone for a bit of silver necklace here as well. Whenever I wear a shirt, I just feel like it's such a great opportunity to have something, and I'm just wearing my actual glasses so that you guys can actually visualize this as an office look, you know, the typical office look that people think office people wear. But yeah, so this is how I would wear this to the office, yeah, on a day that I have maybe like external things going on. I could have gone with brown shoes, but I think for this look to really work with brown, the brown kind of needs to be seamless with the brown of the trousers. because you have quite a few colors going on in there. I think my brown print Gucci shoes would also work, but again, if it's like an external mitten, sometimes I rather have something a little bit less loud, if that makes sense, than have something that is in your face when it comes to luxury. While we're at it, I'm gonna just insert a few outfit pictures, outfits that I've worn to the office in my recently for the season. I think at the moment, because we're having such a transitional season, it's varied quite a bit. But yeah, these are my actual work looks, like outfits that I've worn. These are outfits that I've actually worn to the office, and you can see that of the pieces that I'm actually mentioning in this video, you can see you can see me wearing. Now, next one, there's no talking about workwear without mentioning black tailored trousers. It's one of my favorite things to wear. I'm currently obsessed with this black pair of trousers that I'm wearing. Usually when I wear tailoring, I like to pair it with a blouse rather than a shirt, so I'm bringing in this blouse. This looks like quite a dressy blouse, but then again, black trousers is just black trousers, guys. It's easily boring if you don't do the right thing with it. So let's play with this pussy bow blouse, which I love. We're gonna tie the bow a little bit low so that we can see the V of the neck. Wherever I get the opportunity to show skin, I do, just not a lot of it. See, I was gonna wear a buckled belt with this, but I don't think the buckled belt that I have actually suits the vibe. So let's try this with this black belt. So I'll go with the cords that actually comes with the trousers. I don't know when they have this trousers, I shared the link. I will share the link again in case it comes back in stock, but they're so comfortable to wear. I'm wearing 2 sizes up, and I mean, they're quite big, but I just love the barrelness of the trousers. I like how it looks on me. Now, when it comes to the jewelry, sticking to the same earrings, but I'm bringing in a different necklace that I just think suits this a little bit more. Now, this type of look I would wear on the random Tuesday or random Wednesday. Like, I don't have to have anything going on to wear this. I'm wearing this solely because I look good in it and it feels good. The shirt does come with the shoulder pads, so I've taken off my actual shoulder pads off of this. I think this look is interesting enough as it is. I prefer the trousers without anything going on in the middle, so just black all the way. But with the shoes, we could either do, I can bring in interest with the shoes, so if I want to add more colors or prints or whatever it is. But I think there's enough going on with the fabric of the shirts and the volume and everything else, so we're just going to go for black shoes as well. So the bottom half of the outfit is very seamless. But again, this comes back to intentional shopping when you're buying your pieces. Very appropriate for the office, still feels very intentional. It's very interesting as well. It's not just your regular schmegular black trousers and, you know, a shirt. This is the best way to wear a blouse if you're gonna wear one to the office. Guys, I'm gonna do the final look with the same black trousers. I feel like the options are kind of like endless when it comes to stuff like this, but I thought I'll bring in one more look, which is sort of like a very basic look with a grey jumper. Now, a grey jumper and black trousers, for me, that's just very basic, borderline boring, but that's just me. So whenever I wear things like this, it's such a nice canvas. I like having a plain canvas to start with so that I can build it up and make it more interesting. I am going to bring in this vest. This is where all the drama comes in, right? I know knit on knit is not the most popular choice, but guys, trust me, it's very warm, it's very cozy for this time of the year. Not everyday blazer, not everyday cardigan, not every, you know, sometimes knit on knit, and I like that. Very intentional, very interesting. We like that. That's what we're doing, right? This again could be any color, but like I said, when I shop intentionally. I know this vest has colors that I enjoy wearing, which is burgundy, gray. I know it would work with a lot of the things that I have in my wardrobe. I think it even has some stripes of pink in it, so perfect for me. Together it looks beautiful. It's not just your regular schmegular boring gray jumper and trousers that we saw earlier on. And now we've got choices for shoes. So burgundy shoes, color very relevant for the season. I love this pointy loafers. I think they even though they've got small heels, they kind of just still elongates the fit. I think because these barrel trousers sometimes might appear a little bit stumpy, so whenever I wear them with loafers, I feel shorter than I really am. So again, the pointiness of the shoe just kind of gives that continuity. Anyway, the color also is nice, like it matches the top or the blouse, which I like. You don't see a lot of the belts, but again, because the trousers are big for me, that's one of the reasons why I brought in the belts. But if I raise my hands or do things, you might just see a little something, but nothing major. What is it, Mona? My dog is here keeping me company. Then again, I wanted to try to have like lighter colored shoe because I feel like the bottom part just needs to match the energy of the top part. Not to say that the burgundy shoes wouldn't work. I like the look with the lighter grey shoes. It still matches the grey in the top, but it kind of just brightens up the look. I know there's a couple of focal points there when you do stuff like this, but it's not too offensive. I don't know if that's the right way to say, but you know, sometimes when you look at people and you just don't know where to look. Am I looking at your shoes, your jewelry, your earrings, your bag, blah blah blah? Like there's just a lot going on. But I think this is still quite balanced, and I like that. I like that the grey is neutral. Like for example, I wouldn't wear printed shoe with this because I think it will just be very clashy with the top. So that's just an example, and that's just me. Can't go wrong with black shoes as well if that's your choice, because there's already some type of interest going on with the gilet, and even you doubling on the knit is already interesting as it is. So you don't sometimes need to do too much. Some things are just effective enough as they are, but it's intentional, it's still interesting, and you look amazing and you feel amazing, which is the most important thing. Now, so that's my final look, guys. Let me know if you actually would like to see more workwear type videos. For some strange reason, I've actually enjoyed doing this video more than I thought I would, which is a good thing, I guess. But what you'd notice in this video is missing is the bag. The bag is also a part of the outfit. Now, if I'm being very honest and very genuine, I don't have a lot of work bags. I literally take one bag all the time when I need to have my laptop, and it's not a fancy bag, or like it's downstairs and I don't want to go downstairs to grab it. Just a big cream colored bag. Fits my laptop, fits my lunchbox sometimes, and that's it. But so that's why I didn't bother bringing it in, because I only have one. But where you have like different types of bags, you can try and make your looks interesting with your bag. I think in general I'm not really a bag person either, but maybe I do need another work bag. Actually, I do have a bag in mind, I just haven't bought it yet. It's not on top of my priority list of things to buy, but eventually. But I need to be more intentional about that as well. I think so. I think I need to hold myself accountable and just, you know, be well-rounded when it comes to certain things. But in saying that, guys, I'm going to round off this video here. If you've liked this video, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Give us a heart. Did I do it right? Give us a heart. Give us a subscribe. Leave a comment. Let's become part of a fun-loving community. Don't spread hate, spread love. But to be honest with you, if you don't like something, I'm not going to get offended either way, because I know fashion is very subjective. What I like might not be something that you like, but genuinely I hope that I'm able to inspire you when I do these fashion videos, and just encourage people to be more intentional about what they wear, have fun with it, look good for yourself and for others around you, because it's all love. Anyway, until next time, take care, bye.